This is the Bullseye Podcast.
There it is. There it is. The most famous intro song of any podcast in the world. And yes, we are now rocking the sandy beaches of Miami. That's right. I'm in Miami. Trick. Great, go ahead.
Everybody wants you. Everybody wants you.
Rocking the beaches of Miami.
Miami
This is
Beach,
Bullseye.
get the Bermuda shorts. Get the
Along
Bermuda
with
shorts,
back in the day, Ray. Yes.
right? I could picture you out there, the red bathing suit with the sunglasses,
With the right. With the white,
Yeah, I
white
can
the white
picture you.
frames of the sunglasses, with the red bathing suit, with the white
Right.
Capezio tie-up shoes, dancing shoes. So for the Sunday parties on the beach, I'm doing my
sitting in the
disco
chair,
spins.
hanging out in the chair
Yes.
during the daytime on the beach, like Joe
My
Willie Namath, right?
famous-
Sitting in his chair,
Chill
surrounded
out.
by your-
Surrounded
fans. I got the whole scene in
Bullseye.
my.
Well, I'm thinking about doing a Bullseye betting app. People can bet on how many times we
On what?
forget things in the course of a show. That's the Bullseye
That'd be different.
betting app. So a lot of things are going on as we start a new show. Football's going, and remember we always had the question of who's better, Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady. Well, now you really have the chance to compare those two, right? So, what do you think?
Well, I'm biased. I'm a Packer
Yes.
fan, so I still call it an even though I'm a Packer fan. So that's where I'm going with.
It'll be either Tampa
gonna
Bay
call
or
it-
Green Bay in the Super Bowl. We think, right? You think one of those two teams?
I heard. Well, Seattle. What division are they in?
Oh, the NFC. They're in the NFC, right? But I'm
Yeah,
picking
I
either.
hear they're doing good, right? I hear they're doing good too. That's
Yeah,
a good
we're in the
quarterback too.
NFC West. See, part of the app. How many things do we not know in a show? Right. Seattle is in the NFC West with.
Well, you
San
notice it's
Francisco-
all the teams with great quarterbacks or the contenders. If you don't have a great quarterback,
right.
it's hard to unless you get a hot quarterback that makes it that gets really. But if you have a mediocre quarterback, I don't think you could do it, right? Can you go far
No,
with a mediocre
it's all
quarterback?
about the quarterback. It's all about
Right?
the quarterback.
Yeah.
And let's see if football picks up any interest. I have no interest because the Jets can't, they stink. So, now I'm watching watching Gunsmoke. That's my.
Oh,
that's
you're a
my-
gun smoke
right,
on Sundays?
right.
Okay.
That's what's taking up the time.
You got
But-
to change the team. You got to
Yeah.
change the team.
We have an interesting show today, and I just want to do some quick discussions about a couple of great athletes who have just passed away. Do you know this? This name, Herb Adderley. You remember Herb Adderley, right?
Oh, that just happened a few days ago. Yeah. He's one of the best there is, right? Safety.
Right,
He's a safety.
right. He
defensive
played for the
back.
Packers, right?
Yeah.
He was a first-round draft pick in 1961. He was drafted by the Packers, and he was a second-round draft pick in the NFL and the AFL by the New York the Titans or the
Wow.
Jets.
Oh.
And
He's
of
almost
course,
a
he
Jet.
chose the Packers.
Made a good move.
He,
Made a good move.
you know what college he went to? He went to Michigan State.
Okay.
Never thought of
Okay.
it, right? 5-time Pro Bowler, 5-time first team. First.
He was like a quiet guy that just did the job, right? And he was always
right.
like reliable.
Right. Didn't he have that big interception in what was it? The Packers
Bowl.
Super Bowl. He played for the
I think the
Cowboys
first
too.
one, right?
Right.
Yeah, he returned it. Yeah, and he played for the Cowboys later on.
Right.
You know that? Yeah, he played for the Cowboys. I think he helped them go to the Super Bowl.
Right. He won 3 Super Bowls total. So he won 2 with the Packers, 1 with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
In 1965, he had in that season he had 6 interceptions, 3 touchdowns, and 3 fumble recoveries in one season.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Well, you know what? Too, he was always on the guy. So he was like, he wasn't like super quick, I don't think, or he wasn't a super hard hitter. But he was one of those guys that just got it done. I think that was his deal.
Yeah, so it's been a sad week for football. Matt Blair was the linebacker for the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, did he pass away too?
Yeah, he had CTE brain from the brain injuries.
Wasn't he an announcer for a while or not?
That I don't remember, but he was a 6-time Pro Bowler.
Was he? Wow.
Yeah. And
Wow.
you see what had
Wow.
those the brain injuries in
CTE?
football players. 70 years old.
Well, you see the helmets. You know those helmets we used to kind of buy when we were kids. Somebody told me that that's the kind of quality that the NFL had.
yeah.
Those kind of like cheap, those plastic things that you would buy,
Yeah.
in the store when you were
Well,
like 12.
They were better
Yeah.
off with the leather helmets. You know what I mean? The red Grange helmets. You know.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, so it makes anyone that escaped that ever without a CTE is like amazing. Like if you got through that with no
I'm
long-term injury.
surprised they kept the rule that you could tackle above and hit the head for so long before they changed it. I never thought
When
about
did
it.
they?
You know,
They just changed
they
that
just changed
recently.
it. Yeah, like 3 years ago.
Yeah, you're right.
Tackling.
You think they would have changed that because they knew
Right.
about this stuff for 20 years, right?
Right.
It's going long.
That's right. Here's one great memories for me. Bill Mathis played for the Jets. He was number 31. He was big in
he
that
was a
Super Bowl.
Big blocker, right? Like a big with the high top
blocker,
shoes.
and Namath would throw the little swing out to him, flares.
Oh,
You know
I
what
remember now. Yeah,
when the
Wow.
Colts were blitzing in the '69 Super Bowl, Joe would just dump it off to Bill
Right,
Mathis.
right.
Little
Is he
swing
still around?
pass.
Or did he pass away?
He passed away at 82. He just passed away. He went to play for the Clemson Tigers. So you're not getting this information anywhere else.
This is why you're so special.
Thank you. Miami.
Wow. Okay.
Miami. I'll be there. I will be there. I think I'm going to the Super Bowl.
Go down. Bring the red
I won't
shorts.
go to the game. I'll go sit outside. I'll just get some.
Well, I know you're a ladies' guy. They're gonna all
Right, I
surround
like
you
to
down.
go to. Right, I like to sit at the bar on the side where the women are, and lie.
Yeah.
Right, I just lie.
Right,
Tell them
right.
about my past.
Right. Nurse a drink for a couple hours, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we got a great show ahead, and we're going to start off with our. What did we start off first with? Yes, this is the Bullseye Top 100. Hit it.
This is the Bullseye Top 100.
Yes, the Bullseye Top 100. Today, we're going in a direction. You have no idea where we're going today with this, do you?
I'm totally in the blind, which is how I like it. I don't want to prepare. I just want
We
to
are
get to it.
talking about the top multi-sport athletes of all times.
Multi-sport. Wow. Okay. You got me on this one. Are there that many?
There's enough.
It can't-
We got 25 of them here that Bullseye took
Yes.
a long time
Wow,
today.
that many? Okay.
I spent some
That's a
time
lot.
on this one today because I had nothing to do and it's freezing outside. So, that's
Okay.
it. This is what
Let's
I
go.
did today.
25.
Amongst a few other
25.
things, but I can't share. All right. And leading into that, we'll start off with, let's do our trivia question. Hit it, baby.
And now it's time for the Bullseye Trivia Question of the Day.
All right. It is the trivia question. You ready for this?
Let's go. I'm ready.
All
I'm gonna
right.
get this one.
I think
Yeah.
you're redeeming yourself. You're getting back into 500 territory.
Yeah, I'm getting hot, right? I got a
You're
couple in a
getting
row,
hot.
I think. huh?
Yeah, we're
I'm
keeping
getting-
these at like 10-foot jump shots, these things, okay? so
Okay.
you're
10-foot
draining
bank
or you're
shot.
hitting them short or,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Off the corner.
don't
I
get
was
too
gonna-
cocky now because, you go off the
Okay.
bank it off the back. Okay.
You can miss it.
Staying in our theme of multi-sport athletes, Deion
All right.
Sanders hit a Major League Baseball home run and scored an NFL touchdown in the same week while playing for which two teams?
Wow. Okay. I'm going to go Atlanta Falcons
Right.
and baseball. I don't even know what baseball is. Like a
Oh,
total
come on.
wild
You should
guess.
know this one. You
Wait a
should know
minute, the
this one
Yankees?
because of
The Yankees?
that's it. It's the Yankees. If you didn't get that one, I was going to.
Who was the football
I was
team?
going to call Ron. Who our friend Ronnie B over there. The designated Hebrew. I was going to say, the host of your
He knows,
episodes
right? He knows everything.
don't even know any Yankee trivia. I wouldn't do that to you though. Because I'm still
Who
hoping
is he?
we get him on the show.
We'll get him on.
I'm still hoping.
We'll get him on.
I'm being
Who was
coy.
Tell me, who was the football guy? Was it the Falcons?
It was the Atlanta Falcons. You hit it.
It was,
Right.
okay.
He was a
I
great
got it.
multi-sport.
Boom.
So that rolls us right in today's hot show, the multi-sport athletes, the greatest of all time. Let's start with, we're not going to go to 100, even though I can. I've got some fall behind, but I think we'll stick at 25, which should be enough. And ready for this one? Willie Gault.
All right.
Willie Gault, number
Willie
25.
Gault. Okay, let me NFL and
Right.
track and field.
That's right.
He was fast. Right?
He was
that
an
his thing?
11-year receiver for the Bears and the Raiders.
Oh,
All right.
Okay.
And he was
Right.
also a member of the Olympic track and bobsled teams that boycotted the 1980 Moscow Games.
Wow, multi-sport.
Right?
Okay.
You go from running to sitting in a sled. How does
And he was a
one
quality player.
talent lead the talent of running and being able to lay on your ass in a bobsled? How do
Well, you
I
had
guess
to.
it
You
wa-
got to have a little speed to move the sled. You need the speed and the strength.
I mean, to push
So-
it. You mean to push it and then
Yeah,
jump. So
push
that's
it,
the
yeah.
key. Okay. And,
And then
then
you gotta
then
jump
you
in
got to
it,
be
yeah.
thin, so you you can't be a load. So you know the thing moves fast, right? Basically.
Right. So he put his football skills into play with the speed and strength factor. The bobsled. There you go.
There you go, Willie Gault.
Yeah.
Number
Okay.
25. All right.
Good one.
Number 24 is DJ Dozier.
That one I do not know anything about.
Okay, he played.
Sorry.
He went to Nebraska. He was a football player, and he played 5 seasons as a running back in the NFL before jumping over to the Mets for a single season in 1992. Fascinating.
One season. Okay.
Yes. Do you want to know? Do we not want to know more about DJ Dozier or no? Just accept it.
Nah,
That he
I
played
guess that
2.
one season.
He played
I guess
5
it was a
years.
bad
He
year.
played 1 season for it, so he played. Yeah, that's it. Multi-sport.
You play as long as you play a game. You're multi-sport.
Yeah, I'm
right?
not talking
And
about
it's
what they
pro.
played in high school now. We're talking about,
Right.
they got paid for,
Right.
or they were supposed to get paid
Okay.
and they never did. Okay, here's
Yeah.
one I know,
That's
a
not bad.
name you respect, and we all do, which is iconic and legendary to sports and culture and America and unity, and Jackie Robinson.
Oh, wait, multi-sport. Well, we know baseball.
Jackie
and
Robinson,
football.
multi-sport. You see how a Bullseye does
What's that one?
things? You see how I think? Come on. Well,
Yeah, you
Jackie
think, you
Robinson,
think.
the Dodger revolutionary, graduated UCLA as the first person in school
Oh.
history to letter in 4 sports. But you knew this.
Oh, so you count in college too, then, not just the
Well,
pros. Okay.
but he also played. He played professional sports. It's not like he did this and not
Okay,
like
right.
you in high
Right.
school. With baseball, basketball. You multi-sport. Ray K.
Was he a sprinter or was he like a decathlon guy?
He
I wasn't
basketball,
trying to get off my
football,
knee,
track and field. Jackie played professional football in the Pacific Coast League.
Wow. Okay.
Before his momentous entrance, he could have been an NFL player. Probably would have.
Yeah.
In
if he
Major
could have
League
been allowed
Baseball in
the league.
1947, he could have been Jim Brown.
Shows you the great athlete the guy was. Yeah, really. Shows you what we missed out on. Not
Right.
being able to see
I
something like that.
never got to see him. One thing I remember about Jackie Robinson is stealing home plate on Yogi Berra. And Yogi jumping up and down all.
Yeah, that's
pissed
why I
off.
figured he had to be out. He had
Was
to
he out
be
or
out
safe
because
to
Yogi
you?
would not.
There's
What?
a question. Was he out or safe to you?
Oh, I'd go out because Yogi wouldn't go crazy if he wasn't out. And then there's still photos of that, and he looks like he's out by like about 6 inches. You know,
Really?
see it. Yeah,
Okay.
look at the still
All
photos.
right, we're gonna have to look up the still photos. Ray K says he's out, so
But he was called safe, so that's what counts in history. So it doesn't matter what Ray K says.
well, for this show, it's about what Ray K says. But he was out, but he was safe. So
he was out. All right. Yep.
And
Yankees
see,
win the
Jackie,
game.
we never forgot you. Number 23 on the Bullseye multi-sport athlete list.
Okay.
He's
Next.
very good.
That's
Thank
a good
you.
one, though.
Thank you very much. All right, number 22, another one that you holds dear to your heart because of your background, Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh, right. right. Well, yeah, another track and field dude, right? He played volleyball
Well,
too.
no, that's right. Basketball
Yeah.
and the volleyball Hall of Fame. Now, do you remember when Wide World of Sports used to cover the volleyball games?
Yeah, I remember those.
Remember that?
Those days. Yeah.
And he wore
Right.
like the yellow, like the tight yellow bathing suit.
Yeah, he had like those long legs, and you
Wilt
remember
the
spiking it,
stilt.
to hang out in front of the.
Actually, he made volleyball pretty enjoyable to watch. I really don't like to watch volleyball because it's the same. You know, it's hit
Right.
over spike, hit over. You know, it's the same
Did
thing.
he set it up too, or was he just by the spiker? You know, I mean, I never remember.
I
him
think you have to
back.
play every position in volleyball, don't you? You have to.
You had to keep moving around, right? So,
Right.
so he must have been back there. He must have. But you always see the pictures of him in front of the net, though. You know, that was exciting.
I hated playing
so,
volleyball in high school. It's the worst.
Yeah, because no one ever set it up right, and it
You
was
wind up
always
getting
like,
into fights on the other side of the net with somebody you hated from another class, like right?
Yeah, it was like a fight type.
Yeah, it was
thing
like
or
it was
something.
perfect for a
yeah.
fight, volleyball, because you're real
Yeah,
close to
yeah.
somebody.
Like
Yeah, I hate it.
you're not allowed to put your hand, right? And you always had guys that would
Right,
do
you
that.
just
And,
put your
just do
fist.
that.
You put your fist through the net. That's all. No. You bang it.
Volleyball in high school.
Oh,
man.
it's that high school volleyball.
All right, Will Chamberlain. That's
Will
a good one.
Chamberlain, number 22. Here's one ready. This is going to jog the memory. May not get it. Dave Logan. He was drafted.
You're right. I don't get
drafted
it.
by
Yeah.
the NBA, Major League Baseball, and the NFL before embarking on a successful 9-year career at wideout for the Browns and the Broncos.
Oh, wow. Okay.
See that?
No clue. No
We'll
clue.
never
Sports
think of
report.
Dave Logan again. That'll be the last time his name will
That is
ever be brought
First
up.
and last. First and last. Yeah.
Right. So,
Okay.
Okay.
rid of him.
Stephen
Yeah.
Neal, number 20, best known as a 3-time champion guard for the New England Patriots. Neal compiled quite a resume as an amateur wrestler, including posting a 151-10 record at Cal State Bakersfield. You didn't know this? Come on.
I kind of
I
remember a little
remember it,
bit.
right. He would go on to win both the Pan American Championship and the World Championship
So
en route to
back.
being named the best wrestler in the world in 1999.
That's right. Okay.
Did he
I
ever
get
go
it.
to the
I know.
WWE, though?
He never made it there, right?
I don't know. He could have been a character we don't know about. I should check that out.
That's where the money was. Yeah. Probably
Yeah,
didn't
he
go.
could have been.
Okay.
He could have been one of the.
He could have
could
been
have
like
masked.
Chief Joe Schmo or something. You know?
Yeah, well, no, he could have been like it could be a warrior or something, some name, the makeup
Right.
and mask. I have no idea. Okay, here's another one near and dear to my heart. Back in the day of basketball, Dave DeBusschere.
Oh yeah, that's a classic. He was a pitcher. I had his baseball
Right.
card, and we all know his basketball, like top 50 ever. In the
He
'99
pitched
when he
for
voted
the
it.
Chicago White Sox, finishing with a
Yeah,
2.90 ERA before becoming an 8-time All-Star, 2-time champion, Hall of Fame power forward for the Pistons and the Knicks. Hey,
Yeah,
by the way, you
yeah,
see,
he did.
Tony La Russa will be coaching the Chicago White Sox again, 74
heard.
years old.
I heard that's inspiring. Huh?
Is
It's
that
never too
amazing?
late.
That'd be great. That's a little
Yeah.
exciting.
It is.
Right.
I always like him.
You don't need to really.
Yeah.
You could be old to be a manager. All you gotta do is put your foot
Sure,
up on the.
why not?
You can just put your foot up on the step. You could do that.
Put it on a step, right, and let the
Rock
bench
back and
coach
forth,
do all the
right.
work.
And just give signals. Yeah, this should be good.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So
Hope
Dave,
for us.
Dave DeBusschere, number 19. Then we're gonna go. This one you'll never get. Never get. Clara Hughes.
Oh man.
Clara, we're
you're
gonna have
right.
an Olympic show coming up. We're gonna do an Olympic show soon because I know you are
Okay.
Mr.
All
Olympic.
right.
But Clara
like the
won the
Olympics.
Olympic golds in both speed, skating, and cycling.
All right. Well, yeah, I must have missed that somehow. I don't know. Maybe I was, sleeping or something. I don't know. Yeah.
All right. So now I'm going to give you a. Let me make sure this comes up here. So for number 19, I'm going to give you an audio cue. Okay, and who this person is?
Really?
Ready?
Okay. Let me listen. The Rifleman.
That's right. Starring Chuck
Yeah, of
Connors. And that's
Of
who
course.
makes the list, Chuck Connors.
He was a baseball
we
player.
were bringing a little production value in here, right?
What was his other sport, though? It wasn't.
Chuck
he was
Connors, one-third
Base-
Celtic on this list, is probably
Okay.
best known for playing the lead man in the 60s hit Western The Rifleman. However, Connors found time early on to play for both the Celtics and the Dodgers and was even drafted by the Chicago Bears.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The Rifleman.
Multi-sports, along with being a movie star. Now, that's pretty
There it
awesome.
is.
Yeah, it is.
There it
Okay.
is. And
I like
see?
the show, too. It was a good show. It was a good show.
Right,
in the
that's why I
60s.
rolled the intro in there for you. See?
Yeah, it was cool the way he shot the rifle,
Right.
like watching.
There's some deeper stories about him, but we won't go into that. Brian Jordan spent 2 years. He's number 16. Brian Jordan. Remember this dude? Spent 2 years
I
as
don't
an
remember.
NFL safety for the Atlanta Falcons before jumping to baseball, where he would go on to become a solid contributor to the Cardinals, Braves, Dodgers, and Rangers, en route to 184 career home runs and a 282 average. Brian Jordan. I remember Brian
All
Jordan.
right.
You don't, but I
You do?
do. I do.
He escapes me.
I
Okay.
remember him. Okay, Dick Groat. That's something you'll remember Dick Groat. You're a Dick Groat kind of guy.
He was a baseball guy, right? Early 60s. I think I had his baseball card when I was like
Yes.
5,
Yes,
Yeah.
you probably still have the
But- but-
baseball card. Best known for his prolific
do.
career as a shortstop, he accumulated
Right.
2 rings and over 2,000 hits. Groat began his athletic career as a collegiate Hall of Fame guard at Duke. A 2-time
Hey,
All-American, his number 10 jersey would be the first ever retired by the school. Groat was drafted 3rd overall by the Pistons, but he would play only 1 year in the NBA before being called away to military service. When he returned
Wow.
home, he opted to pick up the bat instead. The rest is history. Dick
Wow.
Groat, we miss you.
Dick Groat. Who would have thought he played basketball? Okay.
Dick Groat, not to be confused with Jerry Grody. Dick Groat.
Okay.
All right, it was a great
like it.
baseball name.
That
There
was
we
a
go.
good one.
Ready?
Yep.
Man that is doing good right now, like his message, Herschel Walker. Number 14.
Herschel, he played football, we all know. And
Well,
I'm
it
guessing
goes
track
deep.
and
Ready?
field,
Listen, right? No, ready for this? He's a
basketball?
physical specimen even at the ripe old age of 50, as we know. He recently made the waves in the MMA community, putting his 5th-degree black belt in Taekwondo to use by clobbering his first 2 opponents in Strikeforce. More importantly, the former Heisman Trophy winner currently holds the NFL's 8th spot for total combined yards, though he had not spent an early part of his career in the NFL. Right? Herschel was even a member of the 1992 Olympic bobsled team.
Oh, I remember that now. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, he had that thing.
Bringing
that
up the
power.
memories, conjuring up the
There you go.
memories, right?
Wow.
Who needs to
I forgot all
meditate?
about-
Just listen
That's
to
great.
Bullseye the podcast. Think
I love
back.
this. I love this. Yeah. I mean, you know
About
what's
that
great
girl
about
in
this?
your
Like,
life.
this is our
Dick
normal
Groat.
conversation, and people are listening.
Right.
And I mean, this is like how we always
Right.
talk
This is
normally.
this
so
is where
cool
a
that-
party should be. I got to throw a party.
Yeah.
One of my famous parties.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. You do.
Yes, but I'm tired
Well,
of having to
you know,
fix the
Once
walls.
this lockdown ends, once this thing ends, you got to have one of those
I'm
classic.
tired of having to
field-
renovate the house after the party's over, though. We get a little wild here at the Bullseye parties.
Yeah, wait till the party's over, then you can get
Right.
into renovation.
All right. All right. Here's one. I never liked this guy, but he was good. Danny Ainge. Just didn't like the way he looked.
Okay, well, I liked him. He was a Celtic, so I liked him.
Yeah, long before he ran operations for the Celtics, right? He became a big boss, right?
Yeah, later on, he
He
did a big
dominated the high
executive,
school sports world and still is the only person to win first-team All-American honors in basketball, baseball, and football. Ainge was
Oh, he played
drafted out of
football, too?
yeah.
Okay.
He was
Didn't know that.
drafted out of college by the Blue Jays, and he kicked things off with a bang where he would hit his first home run at 20 years old. A record
Wow.
that survives to
Yeah.
this day as the youngest Blue Jay to hit a home run. After a mediocre 3 years in Toronto, he was drafted by the Celtics. He would contribute to 2 championship teams for which you remember, right, dearly?
I remember.
And over a 14-year NBA career, Ainge finished with an impressive 11,964 points and 4,199 assists.
He was pretty good.
He went to BYU, of course,
I did a
right?
thing with him once. You know, I did a thing with him once when I went to the Boston Garden once back in like 90, I guess it was, 89, 90.
Right.
And he rolled the ball to me. You know, they used to let you down by the court back then, so I was watching the layup line, me being the big fan. And I was like pointing to Danny to let me shoot the ball because they had all the balls. And then like the third layup, he rolls the ball across court to me. I see the ball rolling in my hand.
Wow.
So I pick it up. I'm in midcourt now, right? So I take like 3 dribbles on the court, like on the side. I don't want to like go in the middle of the court. So I go on the side. You know, I had to get a little closer.
Right.
And I throw it up. And I hit I was like 40 feet away. I hit like the side of the backboard. And he gives me this look like you suck, you know, that kind of look.
What?
You know? Shakes his head.
What a memory!
Yeah, how about that?
Where was this? Where was this? At the Meadowlands?
At the Boston Garden.
At the Boston Garden, Danny Ainge looked
Garden.
at you like you were a failure.
Yep.
Think about that.
Like
That's
I was a failure.
memory.
He rolled the ball to me. I guess he thought I'd put up a better shot because, you know, I mean.
Yeah, I would think you would have made a better shot too. How old were you?
I think I was just too far away. And,
I know the Ray K range. I mean, that's kind of odd. I would have thought you were at least hit iron.
I was a little deep. But you know, you're not warm. The shoulders are tight. You know the whole thing.
So you should have said you wanted another shot. Tell him a little more.
I should have went closer though, but I don't want to get thrown out of the place.
That was rude. Screw him, Danny Ainge. All right, I got worse things to say. All right. Hobie Baker. You don't know. Hobie Baker, pioneering amateur athlete in the early 20th century until his untimely death. In a plane crash at 26. Baker had since been honored by both College Football and Hockey Hall of Fames, the only person to ever do so. So Bullseye puts him in because that's the type of guy I am. I got a big heart. Hobie Baker. All right, number 11, Dave Winfield.
Oh yeah, okay, right, yeah. I know he's a basketball guy. He's a pitcher.
He played hoops for the Minnesota Golden Gophers. He would help lead to a conference title. His coach was Bill Musselman, right? Famous coach, basketball.
Okay.
Later called Winfield the greatest rebounder he ever coached. I could see why. It's just the way he was built, right? And Musselman coached for 30 years. That was quite a distinction. Winfield earned his stripes in baseball, of course, as we know, appearing in 12 All-Star games, capturing 7 Gold Gloves. He ended his career as a member of both the prestigious 3,000 Hit Club and even more prestigious Baseball Hall of Fame. Glad to see him win a World Series. Unfortunately, it wasn't with the Yankees. That's the year they kind of choked, right, in 81, but he did wind up winning with Minnesota, right? Or was it Toronto?
Did he win one? Probably.
Yeah, I think he won it with the Twins, I think. Okay?
Yeah. Wow,
I know he went to Blue Jays after that, too. I mean, I went 2, actually. Who knows? Gene Connolly, while Deion Sanders is the only person to have won both World Series and a Super Bowl, Connolly, that would have been a good trivia question.
Yeah, save that. Maybe I'll forget
Pretend
that.
I never
like
said
in a couple
that.
Weeks,
Okay,
you know?
Connolly can boast. He can boast
Right.
being the only person to win a World Series and an NBA championship. Hey, Connolly pitched 11 seasons. Gene Connolly, the one and only, the legendary. He pitched 11 seasons in Major League Baseball, compiling 91 wins and a 3.82 ERA for 4 different clubs. He concurrently played in the NBA for 6 seasons, racking up 3 championships with the Russell-led Celtics.
Wow.
Oh, you'll remember that.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
Gene Connolly, only on Bullseye, the podcast. Thank you, Gene.
That's impressive. What's he, number 9?
Number 10. It's getting good now.
Number
Ready?
10, wow.
Oh, this is where Bullseye gets good.
It's getting good.
Meat right here. Number 9, the legendary Otto Graham.
Otto Graham. I thought he was just football.
Arguably the greatest quarterback to ever strap on a pair of cleats. Otto would go on to win 11 championships in 11 years. You knew that, right? 11 championships in 11 years with the Cleveland Browns.
Is that right?
Yeah.
11 out of 11? That's kind of almost like crazy.
That's 11 out of 11. Yeah. That was a pre-Packers.
I'll go with you on it. Okay.
10 with the
40s,
Cleveland
right?
Browns. 10 with the Cleveland Browns. And another with the Rochester Royals of the National Basketball League. There you go.
Whoa. Wow,
Fooled you.
that's mind-boggling. Okay.
Mind-boggling. Good word. That's what this show is. Mind-boggling.
That's not April Fool's.
That's what the
You
reviewers
really won
are
11
saying.
straight championships?
Say that again?
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm saying it's
that's
not
him.
April Fool's.
Yeah, it's
so
him. It's not April Fool's.
Okay.
It's spooky
All right.
Halloween here. Charlie Ward. Remember Charlie Ward? It was great.
Oh, yeah, he's that high, huh? He was pretty good in basketball.
He
And,
played for the Knicks. He was
well,
real good. He entered the 1993 quarterbacks Florida State Seminoles
he played
to a
football,
national
right? He played
championship. Come on, national
Yeah,
championship.
yeah.
And then he captured
No, he was
just
good.
about
Yeah.
every honor a collegiate football player can get, and including the Heisman Trophy.
Okay.
Not only played
Ward.
baseball in college, he was drafted as a pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers. Upset that he wasn't taken in the first round of the 94 NFL draft, Ward instead opted to go play for the New York Knicks, who had
Yeah, I
selected him
remember that.
26th in the NBA draft in the same year. Had a pretty good year. He was a career with the Knicks. Right?
He was solid, solid player.
He played with
Solid player.
Sprewell and people like that, right? Ward played
Yeah, he
11
wasn't in the great era.
Right.
Yeah, he was not in the great era, so he kind of forgot him. you know?
That was the Van Gundy era, I think, right?
Probably, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Or whatever.
Good pick, good one.
He was forced to
Got it
retire
back.
injuries 2005. Pretty good, right? On the list, though. All right. Here.
Only a year, right on the Bullseye show.
All right.
Okay.
Bob Hayes, number 7.
Well, I knew he was coming in sooner or later, right? He was the gold. Did he win the gold, or what did he win?
Won Olympic
In the
gold in his neck.
did?
Yeah,
Oh,
won
okay.
Olympic. Yep.
That's a small list, winning Olympic gold and NFL.
Dallas Cowboys. He was at the time. He was the fastest player in football, right? It was all about Bob.
Yeah, did he win a
Hayes.
Super Bowl too? I guess if he stayed on that 72 team, right, or whatever that was, the year that was, 71.
He won.
one of
Yeah,
those
he
years.
can wear a Super Bowl ring on his finger. Yeah, he did win a Super Bowl.
Wow, Super Bowl ring and a gold medal.
Bob Hayes,
That's
Bullet
not
Bob
bad.
Hayes, they called him.
Yeah, number 22.
Didn't he go to UCLA? Bob Hayes.
I think he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tracked. Yeah. Wow.
All right, here's one
Good pick.
nobody knows. I don't know why he's on this list, but Lionel Conacher. Let me help you.
Whoa.
Let me help you. Though
who
his
he
name
is.
might not be a ring a bell to
Better
many
be good, though.
Americans, Conacher was Mr. Canada
Better be good.
in the early and mid 20th century. Conacher won
Mr.
championships in hockey, baseball, boxing, wrestling, and lacrosse.
Holy smoke! Like a Jim Thorpe of team sports.
He is a member of 4 different Hall of Fames and even won a seat in the House of Commons after he hung up his cleats, skates, and gloves.
Like a
Lionel
legend.
Conacher.
There you go. I'm sure everyone knew
I
his name back
remember
then.
him.
Remember him, huh?
Let's
You're
get him
telling
in
the
for
truth.
an interview, will you, Lionel? There's a lot of things we could talk about. All right.
He's got to be 120 years
First, we'll
old by
get
now.
Bloomberg, then we'll get Lionel Conacher. We'll chase it. All right.
Okay. Well, I know.
All right, here's one I got,
Okay.
dude. He's on Prime. He's on Barstool Sports now. Deion Sanders.
Oh, Dino. He's on Barstool now?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's signed by Barstool,
Wow.
which
okay.
I enjoy their YouTube videos a lot. Funny stuff.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Okay.
funny stuff. Funny young
Okay.
guys. I'm not into the sports
Yeah.
betting thing though, but pretty
Yeah.
funny.
No, Deion was.
He copied a group of these 2 guys pizza show though. Jersey
Yeah,
slicing
it was
Jersey.
inferior,
Total
too.
ripoff.
Yeah.
Total ripoff.
Wasn't as good. Wasn't as good. I know
Slicing
that.
Jersey
Yeah,
on
definitely.
YouTube. You want to see a really cool. Anyway,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
he's probably gonna look at these 2
I like the host on it. Yeah.
dudes trying to.
So
rip me
anyway,
off.
Deion was a great football player, of course, and then he played baseball. He was okay, but he made it through some full seasons, didn't he?
Did I say
baseball.
Deion Sanders? We skipped. I skipped a
Yeah.
guy, but we went to Deion. I skipped one. Deion Sanders was a part-time outfielder, right, for the Yankees. He collected both World Series rings and a Super Bowl ring.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Dallas,
Yeah.
right? He won the Super Bowl with Dallas. And
Deion the Neon, right? Was that his nickname?
Dion. Prime
Deion,
time.
yeah. He was
He stole
colorful.
my
He was colorful.
nickname. That's why I couldn't call myself Bullseye Prime Time. I just stuck with Bullseye.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
He was
So
worthy.
here's
worthy
one I
choice.
forgot that was number 5 was the legendary Jim Brown.
Oh, well, yeah. Best football player ever.
And
Running
what
back.
is the other sport? You'll never guess.
Well, I know what it is. It was lacrosse.
That's
It was
right.
lacrosse.
You did guess.
He was the best lacrosse player ever, too, I remember hearing. But he was
Lacrosse
like the
Hall of
best.
Fame, scoring 43 goals in 10 games in his All-American senior season at Syracuse.
He was a monster, yeah.
And a good
The
actor,
best in
too.
two sports.
He did those Westerns.
Yeah, I never really watched him much,
Tough
but I guess
guy.
he was, right? He played it.
Right.
A tough guy. Yeah, right.
He
Okay.
looked tough.
Well,
Still hanging.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a good guy to get for an interview. Let's get him for an interview.
I'd
Jim
love to
Brown.
have Jim Brown
All right.
on. Yeah, let's reach
Yeah,
out.
let me reach
Okay.
out. What's he doing?
Reach out.
I'll read right after the show. I'm going to reach out somewhere.
Tell him I
Find him
said
out.
it's okay to
Wait,
come
let
on.
me look it up. Jim Brown. Oh, wow, look how many. All right, there's a million people named Jim Brown. All right, you ready for this one? One of your classics. I know you have spoken about this lady a lot in your Facebook posts. For those who know Ray Kay's Facebook posts and his tributes, her name was Babe Dietrichson Zaharias.
Yeah, I've had her on. Yeah, she was. But what are we on? 3? Like, where are we here?
We're on number 3. Pretty good, right? Got her there at number 3.
Babe. Yeah. Well, let's see. She was like multi-sports, right? Obviously, it was golf. Obviously, track and field, right? She was like a decathlon,
Right. And All-American basketball player.
Oh, she basketball too. Okay, yeah.
The
No,
female
she was, like,
Bambino,
great.
they called her. The female Bambino won gold medals in track and field, achieved All-American status as a basketball player, barnstormed with the local baseball team, and was even reported to bowl an average of 170. What? Capping it all off with her legendary golf career, in which she positively dominated her peers to win every tournament in existence at the time, including 10 LPGA majors and 82 tournaments overall. Damn.
Wow.
And who played her in
That's
the movie?
crazy.
Babe Dietrichson Zaharias.
Oh.
Susan
I don't know who
Clark. I
played
think,
her.
wasn't it Susan Clark?
I don't know.
Married to
I'll
Alex
say yes.
Karras. Look that up. Intern? Do we have an intern? No intern.
We don't have
She
one by
bailed.
me.
She bailed. I have no
I'd
intern.
say yes.
I got no.
You're right.
All right. I think that was it. Susan Clark.
Okay.
I'm going to look
All
that
right.
up. We're going to do a
The
show
Babe.
at famous
Nice.
sports movies. We're going to do. Oh, we're really going to get
Okay.
deep in this show. Deep.
All right.
All right,
who's
number
Who's
2.
We're getting to the
We're
magic
getting to the
now.
end
Who's
here. The
two?
Magic. Number 2, guy that was fantastic. I love watching his highlights, especially baseball, believe it or not. Bo Jackson.
Oh, Bo. No one does it like Bo,
Dude,
right? Or
this
whatever the
guy,
heck
this
his
guy
name
would
is.
throw people out from the outfield fence.
Oh, his
to home
highlights
plate.
are legendary. Yeah, his highlights are. He would like leap over the wall. Remember that one when he like puts his foot on the top?
I
the
love
wall
watching his highlights. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like opposite field, like triple decker shots and
Breaking the
throwing
bat
ball
over
from
his
the
head,
outfield.
breaking the bat over his knee,
Yeah, right. Doing like superhuman type stuff.
beating
yeah.
out ground balls to second. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Heisman
And,
Trophy winner out of Auburn, right? Electrified NFL scouts right out of the gates by running an unheard 4.12 40-yard dash at the combine. Drafted by Tampa Bay as the first pick of the 96 draft, Vincent Edward Jackson instead went on to play for the Kansas City Royals, and in doing so cost Tampa their rights to him. Al Davis then jumps on that, redrafts Jackson despite his baseball career, signing him to a lucrative deal. And he was a great football player, and he had that freak injury, right, with a hip. Shame.
With the hip, and it was all over. Yeah.
Right,
How
with
old
the
was
hip.
he? He
And
must have
nobody
been
even hit him.
under 30, right?
All right, and nobody even
Oh
hit
yeah.
him.
Yeah. That's right. It just went, and it was all over.
Yeah,
Like,
he was great.
Oh, he was fun. He
There may
was
not
fun,
be
yeah.
anybody as good as Bo Jackson. Nobody.
Well, he had the speed and power combo.
Nobody,
He was
no.
like a Mickey Mantle type of build, And I forgot about him. He was.
Bo
I thought
Nose.
he'd be.
Remember the
I can't-
commercials? Bo Nose.
Yeah, Bo knows. That's what I was thinking of before. I can't wait to hear who won is because I thought Bo would be one.
Right, here's another Ray K icon. Here's a Ray K icon. You know who
I
it
know who
is.
it is. I know who it is. 1912, right?
That's
I
right,
know
Jim
who it is.
Thorpe.
Yeah. Who else could it be other than him?
Of course, I was thinking of you. You think I'd put Jim Thorpe not number 1?
How many
I don't
golds
wanna
did
see
he
you
win
lose
first
it.
off?
Say it again.
How many gold medals did he? Well, 2 different ones.
You know his Indian name translates to bright path? And every
I
one of
never
his
knew it.
countless paths Thorpe took over his legendary career, he shone with his brightness that few could match. Gold medals in pentathlon and decathlon, Hall of Fame honors in both college and pro football, and stints playing professional baseball and basketball. Thorpe even won the 1912 Intercollegiate Ballroom Dancing Championship.
Wow. Even did that great. Holy smokes.
Wow.
So he had basketball, he had football, he had baseball, and the track and field gold.
They even named a town after him in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, right. And it has a tragic ending, right? They take away his gold medals because he got paid $24, I think, right, to play baseball.
What a shame.
Right?
That sucks.
And, right?
Let's start a campaign. Let's do something. I'm mad. Hey,
well, they gave him back they gave him back the medals to his granddaughter.
Good. Now I feel better.
You know, well, I wouldn't. If I was her, I would not have taken. Would have gave it back to $4 to keep the money. Yeah, but
Jim
one of the
Thorpe.
best. Good show.
That was another great one, right? We'll see you in Miami. I'm on my way.
Bring your
Gonna pack
shorts.
the sunblock. I'll bring my shorts. I'll bring some stuff to help, if you know what I mean. Until next time, the best is yet to come.
Every